Hey DM Crafters, welcome. I'm DM Scotty. Welcome to the DM's Craft. Good to have you with me. Today we're going to do a quick and easy and super cheap craft. We are going to craft holes or pits, and these are really cheap to make and can really add a lot to the game table as far as marking locations where pits or holes open up. So let's go to the table and start crafting those. The start of my holes begins with this piece of cardstock. Now I'm going to do two different ones. I'm going to do one that's like kind of it was a pit, a covered pit that was outside, and one where part of, like, if you say it's a tower fight, maybe part of the tower collapsed or someone fell through into the next floor or something. So I'm going to do them, they're very similar, but I'm going to do them a little bit different. So I'm going to grab my Sharpie. And, you know, without a grid, I don't have to worry about getting a square pattern or getting it exactly an inch, 2 inches or whatever. But basically an inch equals 5 feet in the game, the RPG game. So I'm going to do the pit first for outside. So I'm just going to kind of do an erratic kind of circle. And then I'm going to kind of do an inner circle. And you'll see why I'm doing this soon. Now this will be the one that I'm going to use it for outside. Now the one I'm going to use for a building, I want to do a little more jaggedy, because I'm imagining that the stone has broke off maybe at certain points and has caved in. So it'd be less round and maybe more jagged. So I'm going to kind of do like that. I actually drew the inside first, which I kind of did the reverse on the other one. So. But anyways, hey, what's it matter? Okay, so now I've got two kind of holes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my small glue gun, and what I will do is I'm going to do some detail on this. So I pull the stand back, and I'm just going to kind of pull some glue, and it's okay if I go over the lines. That's fine. I'm going to kind of pull back and forth. And this does two things. This is going to reinforce this ring to give it a little more strength. And the second part is it'll actually give it a little bit of detail. It'll give it some relief. It'll look like it has some texture on it, basically. It's going to give it a texture. And I'm kind of pointing towards the inside like it's like the stuff on the edge has collapsed into the hole. So that's what the kind of the thinking is on this. Make sure you get it. You don't want to have too big of globs on there. So kind of maybe go back a little bit. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to do the same type of pattern, and then I'm going to come back and we'll get these ready for the next stage. I've assembled my materials for the next stage of this project, and as you know, I like to work from dark to light, so I'm going to do the pit that'll be dirt with the raw umber, which is a dark brown. And then for the one that'll be in the building, I'm going to do a standard pewter gray, which would be kind of represent like a fieldstone kind of color. So I will paint those, and then we'll move to the next step. Here are my two hole rings so far. So here's the gray and the stone texture in the dirt. Now I've got the base dark color. It's all dry. So now I'm going to put the lighter color on. I'm going to use a spice brown for the dirt, and then for the stone I'm going to use a country gray. So it'll help that texture pop out a little bit. So I'll go ahead and dry brush that on, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So I finished my dry brushing, and I'll give you a few close up there, and you can really see the detail starting to pop out of those ring holes. So now what I'll do is I'll just cut them out. So you can see that I've kind of obscured my black that I had initially drawn. I can see a little bit, but it's kind of obscured. So, but I just kind of know where I did it, so that fits better. Okay, there we go. So now I've got that whole ring. Now I'll do the other one, and unlike this one where it's a little more round, I'm going to do it a little more jagged to simulate that the stones have fallen through the tower or something like that. So I'll go ahead and cut that out, and then we'll move on to the next step. I have both my rings cut out, and you can see here I have a black piece of poster board. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use the poster board to represent the hole that the ring is around, because then I don't have to paint it and everything. It's already set. So, so I'll grab one of my hole rings, and I'll turn it over and grab the trusty glue gun. And I'm going to put a little bit on that edge there, and then get that down on the poster board. Now the trick is you want the two ring ends to touch there, so make sure you get that set. And then there's all those little hairs, or those little glue strings you got to get out of there. So there we go. Our hole is all ready. Now all I have to do is just trim this, cut this out, and this is ready to go. So now I'll do the same thing for the gray one. Now that I have both of those glued to the poster board, I'll just cut it out. So now I'll just cut the edge. And voila, we have a hole. Portable hole, we're all set. All right, it's all ready for play. Here are our two completed models, and as you can see, I have a little miniature there to show the scale. Now, you could, for something like this, I did kind of a dirt texture around, so it'd be more like it was an outdoor thing. So if the guy was coming around and maybe there was a trap pit or something that was a covered pit, you could have this off the board, and then if he doesn't make a perception check or however you do it in your RPG, if he misses it, he could end up falling in the pit, and you could just place him on the template, and then he has to try to climb out, depending on how deep it is. He has to try to climb out of that pit. And then here, this for me, this could also be a pit, but it would be more like maybe in a cave. But you could also have something like a cave-in, like they're going along inside a tower or something, and part of it caves in, they end up on the next floor, or in the next floor of a cavern system, that kind of thing. So that could be a lot of fun, like when whatever players collapse that section of the tunnel, or tile, and they fall to the next one, you could place this down, and it would mark where that happened, and then the other players could decide what they want to do, if they want to follow, or they want to stay, or try to get the other person up. So, and then you could just put the other player on another tile, or whatever you had set up. So there you go. Just great looking, easy to make, and cheap holes and pits for your RPGs. And I'll see you next time on the DM's Craft. Hey guys, if you're really digging these videos and would like some more information or to talk to other crafters, look at the link below in the description, and you can join my forum on the DM's Craft. We'd love to have you, and I'll see you there.